trust only movement. Life happens at the level of events, not of words. Trust movement. That's Alfred Adler, a quote. That was my original plan, to come on with that quote. And right before I came on, I have a rough idea of what I want to discuss. Right? So I have some notes. But I saw this other live, and the message was that God is absolutely real and shining itself through people that are open and willing to allow that to happen. And it basically was like, hey, this message is for you. You know how that happens on when you go on social media. It's like, if you see this now, this one's for you. It was a little bit like that, but it was alive. And the message was to basically give like you've never given before, and you will live like you've never lived before. And it doesn't necessarily mean money. It means everything. It means be authentic, be real, express love. That includes, I want to just share this right now, to people, including people that I know that may have issues with being able to receive and express love. And I want to just send a special love message to a particular person, and that person knows who she is when she hears this. But so I'm just sending you some love, okay? And it's very good, okay? So what we're gonna do is, and it was worth what I just did and getting off track, because it's like life is happening at, just like we said in the quote, it's just flowing, right? You can't stop this. So number one, at some point, you're going to be gone. You're going to take your last breath, as am I, and it could be as soon as tomorrow. You really don't know. Every day, people wake up. Thousands and thousands of people wake up, and it's their last day to live, and they never assume that. They thought they had another 20, 30, 50 years, and guess what? Their clock was up. So you can never assume that you're going to go until this grand old age. And if you're already of that grand old age, this is a process of reflection and appreciating life. And even whoever you are, wherever you are, maybe some message that I'm expressing sparks a trigger where it is helpful in some way through some channel of communication or expression. Even if you're an elderly person, maybe you need to say something to a young child in the neighborhood or to a grandchild or something. So we have to just believe that we are all part of this collective consciousness, and we are helping to evolve into something beautiful and amazing. And no matter what, the worst thing you can do is at the end of your life be on your deathbed and have these regrets of I shoulda, woulda, coulda. And because if you shoulda, woulda, coulda, it's an Anthony Robbins quote, but he says if you say like I'm gonna butcher it, but it's something like shoulda, woulda, coulda, you're gonna shoulda all over yourself. All right, so don't shoulda all over yourself. So with that said, part of this process, the quote I started with was Alfred Adler, trust only movement, because life happens at the level of events. So one of the things I did, and the live quote, or the live stream that I just saw before I came on, the point was he used the term God, but it also, how does God communicate and speak to you? Sometimes it's through this this intuitive sense, right? This intuition. So I had this intuitive sense. I haven't been doing live. I tried going live, through video, going live last year a couple of times, and it was a bit strange. And recently I've tried it a few more times. And the other day, this is now day 3 we're on today, the other day I got this intuitive idea of like, well, before the event, we have 5 days left, or it was a week left to the event. It's like, you got to just start going live every day with some sort of message of value to express. And at the same time, it's creating this, I'm evolving into something else, right? Like I could sense it. It's like a new version is emerging. And I just learned something else wonderful today from Arash Vasugi. Look him up. He's awesome. But he's a mindset, he does mindset mentoring and coaching. But his whole point was, you cannot look at your past you can't basically use your past. You could use it as a reference point, but it's not the reference point of who you're evolving into. I'm butchering, I apologize, Arash. I'm butchering his way of communicating and expressing his points because they're dead on. But his whole point is you can't look at the rearview mirror to create your future, your present and your future. You got to look at the future, and you basically, this one thing is clear. Your current circumstances or situation through that you experience through the five senses is the last thing that's going to change. So first, you have to imagine what you want, and this is what we're getting to today. You need to imagine what you want, what you desire through your consciousness. You then have to experience it through your whole being and proceed as if, and then that thing starts to develop around you. You start to manifest it around you. So, with that said, stay with me. And look at this. I drink a couple of these a day. This is 2 liters each. Got some lemon water here. Stay with me. Basically, and this connects too with the site because today is day 3. Let me just get into it. Today, it's basically 3 days until Electro Rock Love. Passionate, positive, a little bit crazy, and changing the world. Electro Rock Love. ElectroRockLove.com. ElectroRockLove.com. Go there now. You can click on events. Get the tickets. They're free. Limited tickets though because of the live stream bandwidth or whatever. But get on there. Check it out. This music is part of an entertainment infrastructure that, like I said, is positive, and it is going to help elevate and lift the world. I'm only one artist. The idea is to get others involved, other artists, influencers, sponsors through this network, and we help to create something amazing. This is a social enterprise. It is Thriving Lives Group. The company is Thriving Lives Limited, based in Hong Kong. Thriving Lives Group is what we go with, and the site is thrivinglives.group. Part of this social enterprise, as I mentioned, today is day 3. We're going to talk about the third element, which is the mother, the parent organization, the mother, which is Thriving Lives Group. On day 5 days before, stay with me. Hi, welcome people. Stay with me. On day 5, we talked about Operation Loyal Guardian. This is the charitable function as part of the social enterprise. And yesterday we talked about, that was day 4, the 4th element, which was entertainment e-commerce, which is Operation Loyal Guardian. It's actually loyalguardianops.com leads to that site. EntertainmenteCommerce.com is the, again, it's an infrastructure where we combine different elements. There's a creative element, there's the traffic flow, but everything is in support of children that are vulnerable, abused, children that were abused, neglected, orphans, things like this, child protective services. We're very focused on this as our charitable enterprise. So, but if you focus on, putting a charity out there first, it's basically like, oh, give us money, like we're begging, right? We don't do that. We put out some badass, awesome entertainment, and that's connected to, it could be video related, audio related. I'm focused on music right now, but this could expand into other things, into comedy, into movies, whatever. The sky's, anything you can imagine that's entertainment based, that people would want to watch, right? They could pay. So it could be streams, downloads, connected to a certain product. For example, if we do a project that's a song, that can then be put into different apparel products, right? And so we have products, services, events. We make it cool. We make it exciting. It's positive, right? So anything that's getting created, it's a counter to the current culture. What we see is degenerative, it's degenerative, it's demonic, it's immoral, it's just like, it's just nasty, right? So what we're doing is we're not what's the term? Goody two shoes type stuff, right? So it could be cool, there could be some profanity, whatever, but the message, the content is quality, and it's respectful, and it has good messaging, right? So with this, and it's entertaining, the idea is to maximize our ability to get people on board, fans, consumers, people that are just like it, right? If you like something, if it's funny, if it's comedy, it's funny, you watch it and you laugh and you share it, right? So, but part of that infrastructure is this charitable project called Operation Loyal Guardian, where we're helping to expand volunteers, everything from mentors to we're going to organize all different organizations and individuals to help build an app and a network basically that has safeguards in place to make sure that the children that we are focused on supporting are protected and developing in the best way they can. And the beautiful thing about this charitable idea, because I know there are many things that are honorable, right? Like cleaning up the beaches and, animals. I love animals. I always see these, these charities where people find a stray dog or cat and it's scared, little puppy, and they find it a home and all that. I'm all into that. But the reason I'm dedicating my life to this project, Operation Loyal Guardian, where we need as many loyal guardians as we can get, is because we are humans, and these little beings, okay, that maybe don't have a family and they're in an orphanage, or maybe they've dealt with some heavy stuff in their life, they've been abused, neglected, they've seen horrible things, okay, but they have good souls, and they're little beings, and they're confused, and they need the right sort of mentors and guides, and that's where we come in. So with that said, what the beauty of this approach is, those little beings, someone could be the next great leader, the next scientist, right? So we need to help foster their development properly, and they become part of the next generation of humans that help advance humanity. So it's like a true humanity type cause, where people that have the ability and resources, and it's not even about necessarily funds. It's about, you could be just a regular Joe or Jane, but you have some time available on Sundays, and you can go volunteer. And like I said in a different stream, it rocked my world and changed my life, volunteering at an orphanage. So I highly recommend anyway, that's the whole concept we're going to build. But I'm off track because today we're talking about Thriving Lives, okay? So Thriving Lives group. So I did the recap. So the basic concept, the way we want to have value with Thriving Lives. There's entertainment, yes. The entertainment is positive, but within that positivity, there are certain themes which help with mindset. So we go with something like mindset is everything. It's all about self-evolution, and this could be in many different areas. So part of what the content will include will be things related to behavior and psychology, spirituality, wellness, nutrition, right? So I was just talking about, and it doesn't have to be too much, but the idea is, for example, and this is a common thing, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you should drink approximately, I've heard this from several different sources, and I do it and I think it works because your body's mostly water, your brain needs fluid, right? So before I drink my morning coffee, I take this, it's lemon water, this is 2 liters, I just pound half of it. So I drink a liter, have a cup of coffee, drink some other water with a little bit of energy mix in there, and head to the gym, and then I drink tons of more water, right? So I keep hydrated all the time, and that's just one simple idea. So the point is, the site is going to be focused on people that want to develop themselves in 2 main ways: mindset and money. So financially. So with mindset, there are a lot of things that go into mindset, but it includes these different areas, like making sure you're spiritually aligned, you're emotionally good to go, right? So there's psychological elements, there's different ways, physically, definitely. I think like for me, I've been through hell in the past few years, and I find that when I'm physically active, a term I've heard before is you got to sweat every day no matter what. So even your off days are an on day. You get to the gym, you do some stretching, you make sure whatever you're doing, you're active in there, and you start sweating, okay? So there are no off days, okay, for me anyway. So, and then in terms of the area with money, we're focused on all different ways to generate income. And we're doing this, and this is the beauty of the site, right? We're doing this so you don't have to. So I've been researching all different kind of ways to earn money, YouTube automation, affiliate marketing, SaaS products, and a variety of different AI tools. And here's a little secret for you. Part of why I'm doing these live streams is because there are AI tools that will just scan through everything I'm doing and pull out key themes. So you'll notice I have an outline format, and I'll express certain things. I'll say like a key term. So what's happening is I'm creating tons and tons of content right now. And these tools are the tools that you'll have as a member to thrivinglives.group. So come on over, free membership, thrivinglives.group, and on there we're gonna build it. But what we have now is stay with me people. So on there, it's membership based. It's an e-commerce system as well, where you could be a part of the e-commerce system, being an affiliate. So we have products, and we're building this all now, right? And as you can see, it's just me I'm looking at the lens, but it's really like I'm talking to myself, right? Am I a crazy guy talking to myself, looking at myself in a mirror? But I see people on here, so thank you for watching. Much love, what's up? Much love. So stay with me. And I remember not everyone speaks English as a first language, so I want to apologize for being so fast when I speak, but I feel like I have a stream of consciousness flowing through me, so when I feel it, I just have to let it come out, but I'll try to be more, I'll try to slow it down a little bit, okay? So, it's a member-based system. It's a free membership. Within the members area, you have different forums. There are groups which relate to specific topics, projects. You can come in, maybe you're a creator, you're an influencer, you can form together and form a group and create a new project. So there are opportunities to earn money in part of a group. There's that. There's mastermind groups, okay? So, and then the site itself, in terms of e-commerce, it's products, services, and events, and you have the ability to help promote those elements as well. There's ways to earn, it's gamified, so there's ways to earn points, and then you can grow within the organization. And as this thing expands and grows, I don't have the full, gamification structure down yet, but we could form that as we go. But the idea is, you become generals and this sort of thing, captains. But I don't want to use that. I'm not sure the structure yet, but that's part of what we do organically. We'll grow it together. Okay. We're also looking at, I already discussed yesterday with entertainmenteCommerce.com, with that structure on how to get more traffic to flow through the use of influencers and marketers and sponsors. So a particular sponsor could be a venue, right? Like a massive venue where people, there's massive crowds that attend. They have their own marketing budget, so they might just be a sponsor for a particular project, and we get a lot of traffic that way. So there's different ways to get traffic, including paid advertising for specific projects. Also, we're going to, as part of our development of this different content for our members and to get other members on board, we're working on creating different articles that are valuable, helpful, with all different information, like I mentioned before, things related to mindset, psychology, nutrition, earning money, affiliate programs, like all these different ideas with keywords, right? So we're looking at how to best interact with the internet in a way that gets traffic. So that's all part of the planning, and we're moving forward. That's why I'm on these lives every day, because this is part of the process. But the key is, and it's also like documenting. So I'm starting to just document my process. And it's funny because I've seen these recently, because I'm researching all these different ways to generate income online and all this, right? So you see these like gurus with massive followings, and then I look them up a bit, and you see them with these cringe videos where they're like stumbling over their words and they have the vision, right? And it's like, oh, so maybe that's part of the process of getting to that point. You have to, just like I said with the start of this live, the quote again from Alfred Adler is trust only movement. Life happens at the level of events, not of words. Trust movement. So got to do these lives. I'll just speak, for me, got to do these lives building up to my first live performance. Side note, some of these songs I made like a couple of years ago, and I haven't practiced at all. So I'm like, I was a little bit nervous, right? So I've been practicing getting the vocals right for this Saturday, September 23rd, 11 p.m. New York time. Electro Rock Love, electrorocklove.com. Okay, so that's all I have today. So again, just a quick recap of the 5 elements. We have 5 days into the event, or now it's 3 days to the event, but it was 5 days to the event. So I'm covering the 5 elements of this concept. So the 5th element, Operation Loyal Guardian. The 4th element, entertainment e-commerce. The 3rd element, Thriving Lives Group, okay? So we have 2 more elements tomorrow and then Friday, and then Saturday is our event. So, and I'm very excited, already looking, and I just want to share now, so the expectations are properly presented. The event will be Chung Easy and I, he's my producer, we'll just be at the studio. It'll be performing live, so there'll be the music and I'll be singing live. And that'll be the stream, basically, with some commentary in between. Maybe I give a little bit about how the song came to be, but it'll be live performances of several songs. At this point, I think there'll probably be 8, but for the stage performance and the tour, I'll have up to 12 songs that I could pull from, so I can do a full set. That sort of idea, depending on who I open for or how that works with the live tour, which is coming soon to a city near you. So we're going step by step. So first performance ever, live performance musically in years is happening in 3 days. Okay, so please come and join me for that, and I appreciate your support. And then the plan is in October in Hong Kong to do another live stream, but this will be at an actual venue where we have a crowd. And then the 3rd step, and there may be a few more events in Hong Kong, but I'm looking to expand different cities in Asia and, of course, globally, however and wherever we can. But that's the vision. So, and again, I'm focused on what I'm doing is with this whole plan, I have my own dream and my own vision for Jim Q and Electro Rock Love. But what I'm doing is I'm creating something for you and you, so you can come on board with your own dream, and you can, together, we can help each other develop and reach our dreams in this life, right? Because what you don't want to happen is when you take your last breath and you realize that you were just playing a game. You don't want to be the one saying, oh, I was acting like a non-player character, like an NPC over on the side of the road, walking along like an idiot for 80 years. Or you could be the one that played full out. And again, the idea of failure is not failure. Failure is the process of reaching success. So it's just, it's eliminating, who was it? I think it was Edison, who, he developed one of the forms of electricity. And he said every time he failed when he was developing electricity, I forgot the exact number, I think it was in the thousands, at least 1,000, could have been up to 10,000. But the point is, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, he's trying to develop this electrical, sustainable electricity. And he said every time he failed, this was one step he knew was not the answer to get to that solution. So the beauty is, I've been doing a lot of my own Edisons, okay, in this life, and I'm very confident and excited about the direction that this thing is going. So I want to welcome you on board, and no matter what, this is how I win. No matter what, I have to create electro rock love music, and I've already created electro rock love music. So, and I still have electro rock love music in my heart. So now, the way I win, the way I've already won, no matter what, and it's only me versus me, so I'm not competing with anyone, okay? It's only me versus me. The point is, I need to create this until I either until it comes out of me and there's none left, which could happen at any moment. That's why I don't take it for granted, and I'm clearly expressing to you right now, do not take anything for granted. Your skills, your ideas, time, because you never know. You could have some great book idea right now in your mind. You just got to get off your ass and put it together, do the outline, do the steps to create the book, and you keep thinking, I'll do it soon, and then something happens, and you lose that, you lose something in your brain, doesn't click the same, and now that idea is gone, or you can't put it together, right? So the point is, and just a quick side note, I lost it. I used to create music and do vocals when I was much younger, and then for many years I just lost it. I couldn't do it. If I tried to write a poem, it was kind of lame. And then recently, suddenly, after I went, stay with me. This is good. This is helpful for you, I think. For me, definitely. Hold on. I have a smaller one, but I figured I'd share what I really drink when I'm home. All right. So the point is, and I have to express this because it changed my life. So I have to express it. It's Plum Village, okay? You can look it up, Plum Village. You don't have to research and look up too much of it, but I highly recommend. There's a 5-day retreat they do. They have like 5 or 6 centers. It's a very small Buddhist kind of thing, but they don't focus on religious practice. Anyway, I have to share because that's how I got my creative energy back. So for many years, when I was younger, I had some decent ideas, but nothing that makes me feel like this is my purpose. I went to Plum Village. I did a 5-day retreat. I had some wild spiritual experience, and I started to get these ideas again about creating music. So I started writing again. I hooked up with someone that helps me with the production. So like everything's coming together, and I can't take him for granted. So I can't take the current ability I have to write, produce, and create the content. I can't take it for granted. So right now I have 12 songs finishing up. That's enough. That's considered like an album, which is good, right? Some performers and artists, musicians, they only have one album, right? The one hit wonder, either a song, but I got many hits. I feel it. I got many hits, okay? Of those 12, we got some winners in there, okay? So, but the point is, even if I just created these 12, that's pretty damn good, but there's more in me. I could feel them. I feel at least 20, right? Maybe more. So I just got to keep going and going and going and going, and then one day, either I lose it, I'm not feeling it, and I hope that other people like it, and it helps it helps other people's creative energy flow, and maybe it helps people on a spiritual level, or because the messaging that I express are things related to monogamy and loyalty and ideas like this. So maybe somehow, some way, somewhere, something that I create resonates with somebody, and it could be someone that maybe thought about being disloyal to their partner or something like this, and then they kind of just they're grooving with one of my songs. If you want me, I know something about loyalty. Yeah, I want you. I keep thinking about girl named Cheat. Anyway, so sorry, I got off track. That'll be performed on Saturday. Check it out. But the point is, a lot of the music relates to just being authentic, loyal, and it could be family as well. It could be God, right? So I'm off track. I'm rambling about my stuff a little too much. So anyway, the main point of what I was expressing is that whatever song you have in you, whatever thing you feel you should do, but you're holding back for some reason. Maybe you're afraid of judgment. Maybe you think you're gonna fail. You're not gonna know until you try, right? So you may never know, right? Wait, you just gotta let it flow, or you may never know. That's another song coming out soon. Okay, related to God, actually Plum Village inspired. So The Seed, it's called The Seed, coming out soon. So the point is, don't assume you're going to live forever, because you're not. Don't assume you're going to live until an old age, because you may not. Pursue your passions now. And the beauty of what we're doing, and I'll close it with this, the beauty of Thriving Lives Group is that it's designed to combine not just focusing on your passion, but focusing on your passion in a way where you can live freely because you're not worried about money. Okay? So the idea is mindset and money with pursuing your passion, and in that whole process, we're actually, with Operation Loyal Guardian, we're helping to change the world and help humanity. All right? So I think the concept's cool. I'm pursuing the concept with everything I have, and this is my process of documenting it. So thank you for following me. I apologize, but whatever, it's alive. I'll learn as I go. I rambled a little too much about my music, but that's where my love is, my passion. So anyway, all right, I think we're good. Thanks for following. See you guys. Love you.